Hello everyone, I am your host Ayushi Karasethia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how you can create Freecamp tasks from Google Form responses automatically. So let's take an example that you run a software company and you are selling your products and services to your customers, and even you have created a issue form using your Google Forms account and you have shared that form with your customers so that whenever they face some issue in your software, they can fill up the form. Now you want that whenever any of your customer fills the issue form, automatically a new task should get created into your Freecamp account, because your technical and the support team is using Freecamp and they can stay responsive on the form submissions. For this, we need to create a connection between Google Forms and Freecamp so that whenever an issue is received through the form submission, automatically a task is generated. So in order to create a connection, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating Google Forms with Freecamp automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So let us learn the integration process now on my screen. So welcome back to my screen. Here let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. And you are going to get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on sign in. In the All Apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on Access Now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on Create Workflow. Now here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Google Forms to Freecamp Integration. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want to create the Freecamp task from the Google Form responses that we are receiving from our customers. So let's open this trigger window. Choose the application name as Google Forms. Select the trigger event as new response received. Now here we can see a webhook URL and some instructions. So let us read the instructions. Google Form responses are collected in Google Sheets. So follow the below steps in order to get the new response. Go to the form in which you want to take the submission and make the last question as required for the trigger. So I'll take you to the Google form which I have already created for this integration. So this is the customer support form. And here I have taken the basic fields of the customer, that is the name, email address and the contact number. And along with that, the issue that the customer is facing, along with that, the issue description. So we are going to create an integration between this particular form and Pabbly Connect so that whenever customer is facing some issue and he fills this form, automatically the details will be captured in Pabbly Connect. So here we have to make the last question, that is issue description, as required for the trigger. So when we make this required, the response will be captured in Pabbly Connect. Okay, so make sure you have made the last question required for the trigger. Now let's move to responses tab, and here you can see I don't have any responses over here. So let's fill the response first by clicking on this I button. It will open the form in a new tab, and here we are going to give the details. Let's give the name as Adam Smith, email address as adamsmith123@gmail.com. Let's give the contact number over here. And let's give the issue as Equit Trigger Issue. Okay, and let's give the description as Equit Trigger New Order, not capturing the response. Okay, so I'm just giving a random issue over here. Okay, so we have entered all the details and let's click on submit. So here we can see that the response has been recorded. It means the form has filled. Now let's move back to our support form. And here in the responses tab, we can find one number. It means one response is received over here from Adam Smith. Now we are going to just click on these three dots and let's click on select response destination. Just because Google form responses are collected in Google Sheets. So we are going to just click on select response destination. Here we have to just create a new spreadsheet. If you want to select the existing spreadsheet, you can select this option. I want to create a new spreadsheet and the spreadsheet name would be customer support form responses. If you want to change the name, you can change the spreadsheet name. And let's click on create. Linking to spreadsheet and the spreadsheet is linked. Now we are going to just click on this green sign view responses in sheets. Okay, now here we can see that the response is received in this particular Google Sheet. The sheet name is customer support form responses. The sheet name is form responses 1 and here we can find the details timestamp, that is the date and time captured. Here we can find the customer name, his email address, his contact number, issue whatever he is facing as well as the issue description. Okay. Now we are going to create an integration between this particular Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. So all these details will be captured in Pabbly Connect. For that, click on this extension option, click on add-ons and click on get add-ons. Now it will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. Okay, and here we are going to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now you have to install Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system. As you can see that it is already installed on my system, I'll just close this window. But remember, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. Now once the Google Sheet is refreshed, click on extensions and this time come to Pabbly Connect Webhooks option and click on initial setup. Now here we have to give the webhook URL which we have seen in Pabbly Connect. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. We are going to copy this webhook URL from here and we will be pasting the same webhook URL over here. Okay, now it is asking for the trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So in my case, you can see that I have the data till column F and I want the data to be captured till column F. So I'll give my trigger column as column F over here. Okay, and here if you remember, we have selected the last question as required for the trigger. That is this question, that is issue description. And we are going to select the same column over here also. That is the trigger column. And now let's click on send test. Test data sent successfully. Okay, and let's click on submit. Now again we have to come to extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks and this time click on send on event option. So why we are selecting this option? Just because next time whenever the data is captured in this Google Sheet from the form submission, Pabbly Connect is going to capture the responses automatically. We don't have to link these responses again and again with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so make sure you have a tick mark on the send on event option. Now let's move back to Pabbly Connect and when we scroll down, here we can see the responses received. Here we can find the timestamp, that is created date and time, name, email address, contact number, issue description, the spreadsheet name, sheet ID and all other details through the form submission and the Google Sheet are captured over here. Now here in the timestamp we can see that the date is in DD, MM and YY format along with the time. But to create a task in Freecamp, we need the date in the YY, MM and DD format. For that we are just going to change this time format. For that come to this actions tab. Choose the application name as date and time formatter. Select the action event as format date only. Click on connect. Now we are going to just map the date which needs to be formatted from Google Forms and that was the timestamp. Now here we have to select the from format. So the same format in which we have received the date. So I'll be selecting it as DD, MM and YY format. Okay, let us find the same. And hours, minutes and seconds. Okay, this one. And now we have to select the to format. In which format we want the date. So we want the date in YY, MM and DD format and not the time zone. Okay, and let's click on save and send test request. And here we can see the responses received, and we have got the date in YY, MM and DD format. Now one more important thing, that task due date is required when this task should get completed. But here we haven't got the task due date. So we are just going to add a due date over here. For that, click on this plus sign, add action step. Choose the application name as date and time formatter once again. Select the action event as add or subtract time. Click on connect. It is connected now. Here we are going to map the date which we have got from date and time formatter. Okay. So here we have entered the date. Now to complete a task, usually the TAT is for 48 hours. So here we are going to just add 2 days. Okay. Plus 2 days. So plus 2 days will be added to this particular date. Okay. And the to format will be same over here. That is YY, MM and DD. Okay. And even the from format will be same over here. Okay. So let us give the from format also, the same format. And let's click on save and send test request. Okay. So here the date was 9th of April 2022 and 2 days are added to this particular date, and now the due date we have got is 11th of April 2022. So now we are going to create a task in Freedcamp. For that, click on this plus sign, add action step. Choose the application name as Freedcamp. Select the action event as create task. Click on connect. Click on add new connection. Now it is asking for the API key. So let us read the instructions. Log into your Freedcamp account and you can get your API key from here. Note, the security option must be unchecked while creating the API key. Okay, so I'll just click on this HERE here. Okay, and here we are redirected to our Freedcamp account. When we scroll down, here we can find the integrations option. Click on it and click on API. Okay, and here we are going to create a new API key. For that, click on this plus sign. And here we can see that a new API key is created on today's date, that is 9th of April. And here we are going to just uncheck this expiry button and check this Zapier and Pabbly Connect button. Okay, make a tick mark on this. Now we are going to copy the API key from here. And we will be pasting the same API key over here in Pabbly Connect. And let's click on save. And now the Freedcamp account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to select the project name. So I'll take you to my Freedcamp account, and here I'm just going to open this projects from here, and here I have already created some projects named Pabbly Connect Support and Pabbly Connect. I'm just going to open this particular project, and here I have already created some task list, that is task list, customer issue and integration request. So we have to select the same project name over here in Pabbly Connect. So the project name is Pabbly Connect Support. And I want all the tasks to be created in this customer issue task list. So we have to select the same task list over here, that is customer issue. Now here we have to give the title of the issue. What is the issue the customer is facing? So we have already got the description from the Google Form responses. So we are going to map these details now, the issue the customer is facing. So just to create a differentiation, I'm just going to map the customer name first, and then the issue what the customer is facing. That is Equit Trigger issue. And here we have to give the description. So let us map the description from Google Forms. And this was the issue description. Here it is asking to set the priority. So I'm just selecting it as a medium priority. You can select it as per your requirement. Now here we have to give the start date. So we have got the start date from format date. We have formatted the date. Let us map the start date. And here we have to map the due date. So we have got the due date from add and subtract time. We have added 2 days. So I'll be mapping this 11th of April 2022. And here we have to select the assignee to whom we want to assign this particular task. So I want the assignee to be Ashi. So we have entered all the details. Now let us click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received. It means the task is created in our Freedcamp account. Let us check it. We have to just refresh it. Okay, and here we have got the new task named Adam Smith Equit Trigger issue, and I'm just going to open it for you. Here we can see that this is the issue name and this is the description. Here we can see the due date as well as the priority, and it is assigned to Ashi. So in this way we can see that our integration is working fine and a correct task is created in our correct task list. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. Now we have to check this in the real time, that whether our integration is actually working fine or not. Just because we have created an automation, so next time whenever any of your customers is going to fill your customer support form through using your Google Forms, automatically the task will get created into your Freedcamp account. So let us check this. For that I'll just move to my Google Forms and I'll just open the form in a new tab so that we can fill in the details on the name of some other customer. Let us give the customer name as Shikha Arya this time. Email address as shikhaarya22@gmail.com. Let's add the contact number. Issue as GitHub issues. And let us give the issue description as GitHub trigger new issues not capturing the response. Okay, so I have given a random description over here, and now let's click on submit. Your response has been recorded. Okay, so the form has been filled. Now we have to check our Freedcamp account whether the task is created or not. I'll just move to the main page, and here we are going to just refresh this page once again. Okay, and here we can see that a new task is created named Shikha Arya GitHub issue. Let's open this task. Here we can find the due date as 11th of April. It is assigned to Ashiyar, priority as medium, and here we can find the description. So in this way we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect, and I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. Okay, I'll just minimize this trigger window also. So first we have created an integration between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details through the form submission, all the issue details and the customer details. Then we have used date and time formatter, just because in the date we have got the date format as something different, that is DDMMYY, and for creating a task in Freedcamp, the date format should be YYMM and DD. Then again we have used the date and time formatter just to create a due date. Okay, and at last using all these details, automatically a new task was created into your Freedcamp account. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Google Forms and Freedcamp using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can visit our Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.